Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel Wake Up Bright, where I share all the things that help me live each day a little brighter. I'm April Lauren. I'm on a journey to lose 200 pounds, a little over 70 down, a little less than 130 to go, and I'm getting ready to make some pre-workout, a good evening workout. I am doing home workouts this week and then just walking the pups. So in this weigh-in Wednesday video, we're going to spend an evening together. I'm going to answer all of the weight loss specific questions that you guys asked back for my Q&A. And we're going to work out, walk, spend time with the pups. It's going to be great. Let's do it. Goes nothing. Welcome to the Q&A portion of this video. I wanted to start with a disclaimer. I am not a fitness professional or a medical professional. Things that I share in this video are my own experience. Not saying that my way is the way. I think each of us need to do the work in order to find out what we need to be successful on a weight loss journey. To not just to lose weight, but to sustain weight loss throughout our lives. And that is something I'm still working on. I'm a work in progress and will be. And I recommend that you seek out professionals. I recommend that you do trial and error and figure out what works best for you in your personal journey. And take the things that I say with a grain of salt. It's just my opinion, and I am a grown woman who dances all around her garage as she cleans. And then I record it and post it online. That should give you perspective of who you're listening to. And I don't mean that in a negative way towards myself or anything. I'm just saying, I'm not a professional, and this is for entertainment. And most of the time I'm entertaining myself by dancing while I work out or while I clean or while I live my life. I love to dance. I just do. Makes me happy. And whatever task that we have before us, we can find things to do that encourage us to have fun and to feel happy, even when it's hard, even when it's something that we don't want to do. And cleaning my garage is not hard. That's not what I'm saying. But losing weight is hard. Finding ways to lose weight and have fun and enjoy the process is important. And we won't always enjoy the process, but if you can find and do things that you enjoy doing, it makes it so much easier. That's where the work comes back in. We have to do the work to figure out what we enjoy. You may have seen her before, but I don't think you've been formally introduced. This is our new squat rack. We decided to get this squat rack when we first moved, and we love it. It is so much sturdier. It's taller. It was a pretty good deal. So we got it from Dick's Sporting Goods and it was on sale. I'll link it in the description below, but meet our new squat rack. She makes me happy. First question I thought was an interesting way to start, and so it's how I'm starting. How do you lose water weight? Well, I am the wrong person to ask for recommendations on how to lose water weight for your own personal thing. Every single one of us, we're so different, and I never actively try to lose water weight. I'm trying to lose fat. I'm trying to lose body fat, and I'm trying to lose overall mass. Water weight comes and goes. I retain a lot of water, so I swell a lot after I work out. I swell a lot in the heat. I swell and my face gets puffy if I have allergies or I'm sick. And so there are lots of times where I have what I guess would be deemed as water weight, and I just let it run its course. I just try to keep doing what I'm doing. I try not to get discouraged. My time of the month, I gain a lot of water weight. It's temporary. I try to just continue forward. And that's what I do. And I recommend going to your doctor and figuring things out if you retain a lot of water, if you want to get rid of your water. The next question is, what weight loss plan do you use, and how do I stay motivated to work out when you're sick or having an off week? So as far as my weight loss plan, it changes month to month up until this point. However, I am going to start doing quarterly changes as of now, and I am entering maybe phase 2 of my weight loss, if you will. But as far as a plan, it's not like, the South Beach diet or a specific to general plan. It is something personalized for me that it's been a work in progress. And I've worked with my healthcare professionals, some fitness professionals. So it's hard really to narrow down. So, but I think we're all like this, where we're all worth doing the work to figure out what works for us. We're worth doing the work to heal our past trauma and to make sure things that are triggering to us, we don't do those things, and that we heal the trauma behind why it's maybe triggering for us, and then we're not as triggered. So, and it doesn't always work like that for everyone. My plan has been to figure out a way to lose weight that I will be able to sustain for the rest of my life while healing past trauma and learning new skills in order to have a better overall, healthier overall, brighter overall life. I think the biggest key to staying motivated to work out is finding what you enjoy. So I'm squatting. You may hate that idea. This may make you miserable. You shouldn't do it. And you shouldn't feel like you have to force yourself to do it because you see me doing it or someone else doing it, or because somebody else tells you that you should. Like, you have to find things that make fitness fun for you, or that the benefits of it outweigh the negative feelings that may be associated with it, to where you don't need motivation. You're able to just build a routine and build habit, to have a habit of getting in that physical activity, whatever the physical activity is. So motivation will fail. However, if you build a solid habit, get a good routine, it becomes easier. And even if you're sick, like, you still find a way to do something small. And if you're lacking motivation, you still just power through, for lack of a better phrasing, because it's just your routine. Staying in the moment is always a struggle. My mind is always moving in 1,000 different directions at the same time. I know taking a minute to breathe and kind of recenter myself sometimes helps. Sometimes that's like a load of crap, and a workout helps. It's just trying different things until I find the thing that will pull me out if I'm in a bad state. If I'm in just a normal state, then just a good routine, working on good habits keeps me in the current moment. And then making weight loss and diet plans, I feel like that's the exciting part of starting something new. It gets so exciting, and we plan it out. Like, we plan everything. And that's why it's just so important to pick one small thing that maybe doesn't feel overwhelming. Maybe it doesn't even feel that significant, and start it. Just start something. Start something that you know you want to do on a regular basis, no matter what. And if you do that, like, let's say it's drinking water. So maybe you don't drink any water right now. You don't need to go to drinking a solid gallon of water a day, even if, maybe that's what you'll eventually get to. Maybe start with having a glass of water a day, and then you'll build over time to where soon you're drinking your 64 ounces or whatever you've decided is the amount of water that you should be drinking, but you do it over time. One thing that makes it overwhelming is we get this surge of adrenaline, and it's exciting, and we're motivated. It's like this motivation high, and we plan all of it out, and then we go to execute, and maybe it's fun for a week or a month or a day or an hour, and then we spell, and then we just stop and we scrap it all. So we just got to find that one thing that we can start doing now, and then we build on it. It's hard for me, it's hard for, I think, everyone to harness that power that comes from that motivation, that determination that we get when we get caught up at the beginning to start planning everything, and then channel that into action that's sustainable. And that's why picking one thing, I know I sound like a broken record, but one thing to get you started, and don't worry about planning as much. Or maybe this might even be worse. If we don't have that crazy exhilarated feeling, we think it's not the time to just start. We don't have to have those crazy overwhelming feelings or that intensity behind our decision to start in order to start. There's been times that I've decided, I'm going to start on Monday, and then I've got this spreadsheet running with, if I lose this much weight, then on, 6 months and 2 days from now, I should weigh this if I do everything right. And the reality is it doesn't always work like that, even if you do everything right. And often we don't know what is going to be right for us at the beginning. It changes, it shifts. It's not linear, as people like to say. So pick something small and start now. And in case I haven't actually been clear, which sometimes I find that I'm not, I'm saying I struggle with this. I struggled with this before. I still struggle with this. wanting to do too much all at once, or there's even times where I'm feeling down and so I want to distract myself by doing something new and planning it out, and it's a very challenging. So I empathize, I understand, I feel it too, and it's just a work in progress and accepting that it's a process. And I will try to do more yoga videos. I want to do more yoga videos. I want to do more podcasts. I even want to do more cleaning videos and home channel videos. But what I decided is that since we moved, have struggled with a consistent routine with YouTube, a consistent routine within my life. It's like I've just been reaching all over the place, which I think is common for me when I first move somewhere. And so I just want to focus on building a really solid routine before I continue those other things. It was definitely a mistake to do so much all at one time while moving. So I've reeled myself back in, but sometime in the near future, I will do another yoga video for sure. As I'm like watching the footage back, I wanted to come on here and interrupt my yoga chat to go back to the beginning of this question. When I started this workout, I made a plan, and then I started doing the workout. And as I did the workout, I was like, no, this doesn't make any sense. And so I fixed it I did like some random weird order things. And so I fixed it. And I think that's how we have to approach our plans, is that they need to be malleable. And so often when we get that enthralling, exhilarating motivation or momentum, we use it to create the plan instead of getting started. I think the first step to like combating that is just being aware that we do that and accepting that change is okay, it's good, and it doesn't mean failure. And failing to go through with a plan doesn't mean you're destined to fail at losing weight or creating a sustainable, healthy life for yourself. It means you need a new plan or to adjust the plan, and that's okay. Like, making adjustments is okay as long as you continue forward on the path to whatever your goal is. This next question is a little difficult to answer. Is getting pregnant my main motivation, and what is my goal weight before I would feel comfortable getting pregnant? Ideally, I would be as close to my goal weight as I can be before I get pregnant. However, if I get pregnant tomorrow, I'm comfortable being pregnant and I would be so excited and I'd be so grateful. And so we are ready to get pregnant whenever we do, and we are not doing anything to prevent pregnancy. That being said, pregnancy is not my main motivation for losing weight. My weight loss journey, I have a whole video on my whys and things like that, and being a mother is part of that, but it is not all of that. Losing weight does not guarantee I'll get pregnant. My main motivation is to be able to live longer, move better, perform basic living functions like being able to tie my shoes, shave my legs, to live healthier and be brighter, and to be able to sustain the weight that I lose. And that's why I'm going about it the way that I am. I feel like healing from past trauma, from things that I've brought on myself, from things that I've created for myself, and conquering those stumbling blocks is so important to me living a full life in which I will be a better parent. Just finished up the cardio portion of my workout today, and it's time to figure out dinner. And then I will be walking the pups for their evening walk and answering some more cues all along the way. Let's go inside. Honestly, how many times do you relapse or sneak extra bites? Do you ever get cravings? How do you manage them? Do you struggle with body dysmorphia? I don't think of my weight loss journey in those terms exactly at this point. You could say I spent a good portion of my whole life, though, relapsing over and over and over again, because I would pick some sort of diet or make something up that was very restrictive and intense, and then I would do it, and I would feel really great doing it until I ran out of steam, and then I would, in your words, relapse over and over and over again. That being said, for the last 18 months, I have been intentional and consistent and successful. Even when it's hard, I've been able to push through. I feel so much more confident about my ability to manage my emotions, and I'm actually making changes. I'll share it another time, but I would say I've sort of entered a phase 2 of my weight loss, and I'm pretty excited about it. So sneaking extra bites, I say that to say sneaking extra bites hasn't been a thing, but now that I'm going to be a little bit more intense, it may be. So I'll have to let you know as far as like cravings and snacks and stuff. But then again, at the same time, sneaking extra bites, I really don't see how that could be a thing. So there's really no sneaking things past yourself. Like, you know if you did something or you didn't do it. You're not sneaking. So I think that that's very interesting. So anyway, and at this time, I do not struggle with body dysmorphia.
Come on, Miss Chippy.
So Chips and I are out walking. I'm about to go home and grab Julio, and it's cold. I'm so bundled up. I'm wearing a t-shirt, 2 sweatshirts, a jacket, and this green jacket on top of the jacket. Lots and lots of layers going on here. Anyway, the hubs and I enjoyed dinner, and now I'm just enjoying walking my pups. We'll see y'all later. Come here. No, come. Good boy. Well, I am almost home, almost done walking Julio. And I thought we would just go ahead and cut right to the weigh-in Wednesday portion of this video. It's the first weigh-in of 2022. I weighed in at 281 pounds, which is a loss of 1.1 pounds. I am okay. I'm not as excited as I could be. However, progress is progress, even if I wanted it to be more. What's up? You ready? Let's go. Come on. Well, here Julio and I are. In my last video where I took a pup for a walk, it was Chipper. Usually it's Julio. Him gets lots of walks, huh, boo boo? They both get lots of walks. He gets lots of extra walks. Julio and I, we're gonna do lots of miles today, huh? We're gonna do lots of miles. I love my pup. I love both of my pups. Let's walk. This is the last question that I am going to answer in this video, and it is, do you have a sense of how you figured out to do this the healthy way after doing it unhealthy so many times before? Unhealthy and healthy, I think it's very individual. While I consistently refer to pretty much every single diet as like a fad diet, it's because for me personally, it would be a fad diet. So I think the very first thing that sets this leg of my life apart from all of the other times that I've tried and failed is that I didn't give the power to the plan, the power to the way of eating. However, I did know I was going to incorporate all foods as I can and eat at a calorie deficit. And now I'm kind of experiencing a lull and I have to track, kind of entering phase 2. And that's really going to test a lot of what I feel like I've built. And I'm excited and I'm nervous. I think that the process has been the way, that sounds so weird, doing it and trying to do it better and then consistently doing that while life is happening at the same time has just, it's truly been a lifestyle change for me. And I don't think I fully understood when people are like, you have to make a lifestyle change. I don't think that ever really resonated with me. However, after doing it, I'm like, aha, I get it. It's like taking pieces of a puzzle that's been all jumbled up and maybe you don't have a sense of the picture that you're actually putting together, and you're just trying pieces together, and you know you have the pieces, you know you're capable, and so you just keep putting them together. Seeing that for the first time, that I have all of the pieces and that I'm capable, and that allowing anything to be possible and just trying it and figuring out for me what I need for it to be sustainable, what my body needs for it to be workable, has been the key. So if you are just starting out, or maybe you've been like me and you've been trying to lose weight your whole life, just be patient. Try everything and do it consciously, knowing that you're not broken, you're worth the work. Assume the positive as much as possible and face the negative, whether that's your own personality traits. I have lots of those that are not so great, or your own shortcomings. Like, just face it head on, which is hard to do. And sense of how I figured out how to do this the healthy way is just that I decided it was time. It wasn't a moment though. It was a series of moments of choosing that it's time over and over and over again, and continuing forward regardless of what headspace I'm in, what negativity I may be facing, just continuing forward. And I'm going to keep continuing forward. And I'm rooting for you and anyone else trying to change their lives in any way, that we're going to keep going, and we're going to have the strength to face whatever confronts us and just persevere and continue forward. I love you guys so much. Thank you all for your amazing, kind words, both in the Q&A post on my community page and other videos, and just always. It uplifts me so much, and I'm so grateful for you.
So we've been walking for a little while. I've been listening to my book. It's a little cold. It's interesting listening to someone talk about running Badwater, which is in extreme heat, the heat that I've never felt before, while being a little chilly. But Julio and I are nearing an end. We had to change up our plan. I intended for us to walk straight out to a certain point and back, but I spotted a stray dog that was huge in the woods, and so we just turned around and hightailed it back. I know I said we were going to talk to you at home, but we just kept walking, Hubby Bear. So now it's dark. The park is technically closed, and I'm like, am I gonna get a ticket as I leave out of here? Maybe. And Boo Boo wanted to take lots of breaks and sniff and sniff and sniff.
Thanks for watching this video with me. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this format. If you have questions on the answers to the questions, let me know in the comments below. If you haven't and you'd like to follow along on my journey, subscribe, ring the bell so you'll be notified, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Love you so much. Bye.